following up to a video that I did where I was talking about real estate. I'm actually just going to talk straight to you. I have no idea how long this is going to take, and I don't know how long my little battery's going to hold out, so we'll just continue on here. I'm not exactly certain how much longer I want to continue doing this. As I mentioned before, I'm not a fame chaser. I don't get any money for this. Nothing appreciable. I mean, like, come on. I mean, $200-300 here and there from, I don't mean from donations. I'm always, hey, I mean, I'm always grateful for anybody who donates, but I'm talking about like the socialist media, and social media is not a business model. By the way, I hate to break this to you, to some of you out there. Social media is not a business model, and the reason it's not a business model is because it's pretty much blind luck as to whether or not the people who own the socialist media platform are going to continue to pay you, or if they're going to decide, oh, you violated some rule, and so therefore we don't have to pay you, right? Like this is like C.R. England. C.R. England's a trucking company, and I can tell you this, and I can tell you their name because it's not slander if it's true. So fuck those people. They create these things called reportable accidents. Okay, this is for truck drivers. They create these things called reportable accidents. So if your tire, let's say, on your tandem rolls over a curb, oh, it's a reportable accident, and it's so that they can get around paying you your safety bonus. It's, in other words, they create rules that are so tight that nobody can actually ever really function within those rules. That's what's happening on socialist media, and it's just going to get worse, by the way. Well, but so-and-so makes millions of dollars. Yes, so-and-so who makes millions of dollars as a social media influencer probably had millions of dollars before they became a socialist media influencer. That's number one. Number two, if they didn't, the message that they're pushing out there is one that whoever owns the platform wants to go out there to people. It becomes propaganda at that point, not free speech. Okay. Now, propaganda is part of free speech. It is. It absolutely is. But it becomes propaganda. It's why, for example, it's why I'm critical of movies. Most movies, look at what happens to them. What do they turn into? They just turn into propaganda. It's why you watch some movies, modern movies now, and they feel disjointed. They feel like the writers didn't really know what direction to go in. Well, it's because probably the original writer of that script probably wrote an honest movie, and too much truth was coming out, and the producers got a hold of it and said, no, we can't have this, we can't have that, we need to change this, change that. Quick, call in the script doctor, that fucking hack, Joss Whedon. Fucking hack. Oh my God. And have him change it and put a bunch of bathos in it and make it fucking horrible, right? That's what happens. Okay? So it turns perfectly good movies that were telling the truth, or TV shows or whatever, that were telling truth, that people would have resonated with, into complete fucking propaganda. So I guess where I'm going with this isn't quite a farewell video. I haven't quite made that decision yet, but I'm really trying to, look, if you go back on my body of work that's out there on the internet, you can find all the stuff that you need to know. It's all right there. I don't know what you need me for anymore, right? I noticed that there's a lot of larger accounts that seem to follow me from alt accounts, and then just mysteriously the same thing that I said starts popping up, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being sort of a fountainhead for that. I don't mind being a little bit of a ghostwriter, because I actually wanted to have an honest game. The problem is that most of these guys are taking it, changing it to spin it to their position in the game, as opposed to having an honest game. I would prefer an honest game. You want the truth? I would prefer that no matter who you are, I would prefer you at least be honest about it. No matter what you're doing, I don't care how evil it is. For real, I'm the least judgmental guy you'll ever run into. I don't care what you've done, okay? And I don't care who you are, and I don't care what you're trying to do. What I care about is, are you doing it honestly or not? Because most of you are not. You're doing it dishonestly. You're trying to cover it up with, making it seem like you're somehow in a moral position to do all this stuff, as opposed to saying, no, I'm not taking any moral stance. I'm just doing this because, I can, number one. And number two, I'm trying to survive like everybody else. Fine, fair enough. That's honest, at least. But part of that honesty and part of an honest game has to be your currency. And every time you keep doing, and this is where I butt heads with the Bitcoin bros, probably more than anybody else in the Bitcoin space. That's why I keep saying I don't think Bitcoin's going to save you the way you think it's going to save you. Oh no, Bitcoin's a perfect currency. It absolutely is. It's a perfect idea. I'm all about that. I've been very honest about that for a long time. It's better than gold. Even though, I actually appreciate the idea of what gold did. I appreciate the idea of what physical gold, not gold-backed bullshit, can do. I appreciate that. Bitcoin goes a step further in that you could actually literally track your Satoshi, that if you did voluntarily pay some kind of tax, you could actually literally track where that went, like specifically, like in whose pocket that actually went. You think governments want that? You think bankers want that? You think any of these people, these greedy assholes want that? Fuck no. Fuck no. So, my idea here is trying to tell you that I don't know that you guys, that the people who just take all of my stuff and then turn it around into propaganda, you guys don't need me anymore. Because, see, if you, how do I want to say this? Like, the people, there's a handful of people, I would say no more than probably at this point, maybe 10%, maybe 15%, possibly as high as 20%, and that's more of a delusional pipe dream on my end probably. It's probably not even 2% of people that just want an honest game. They don't care if they win or lose. I don't care if I win or lose the game, whatever game it is that we're playing here on Earth. I just want it to be honest, and I want the people that are playing it to be honest, not just with me, but with themselves. So you can lie to me all you want, or you can try to. I mean, I can see through most bullshit, but you can lie to me all you want. You can lie to everybody, all the masses and all the lemmings out there. You can lie to them all you want. But if you've lied to yourself, if you've managed to go to the mirror and convince yourself of all this, there is no one can save you. No one. Even if you're a believer in God, even God can't save you at that point. I'm not kidding, by the way. I'm not joking about that. I mean, I say this from an atheist perspective, but I mean, but I'm willing. I'm smart enough, and I'm willing enough to entertain the idea that maybe there is a creator. Okay, if there is a creator, and if what we understand about the idea, the nature of God, meaning let us make man in our image, meaning that if you can't even be honest with yourself, then there is no way to save you. Right? And you do it to yourself. That's the bitch of the bunch right there, is that it isn't something that somebody else did to you. It's something you did to you, because you can't be honest with who you actually are. Allergies are messing with me right now. So that's my suggestion. And I think that a bunch of you, that take these, and I'm talking to a specific group of people. Okay, I'm not talking to like the folks that DM me and talk to me. And stuff. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm not talking about. I see more than you think. Okay, and I see some of this stuff getting distorted and turned around, and it's like, no, the goal is to have an honest game, so that way people can win or lose based on their own talents and abilities and their own skills, God-given or otherwise, okay? And that's not what we're seeing. And we won't see it, because you have to keep trading in whatever currency that is worth something for dollars. And every time I bring that subject up, like almost nobody sees this stuff. And I know that. It's in all of your propaganda. It's in all of the movies. Think of all the heists. Everything is always, we're going to steal all this, and it's worth X amount of dollars. Every time you hear the word dollar, every time you convert something in your mind to dollars, right, you are enslaved to the people who print the dollars, who create dollars out of nothing. Those same people that have been doing it for centuries now. Same people. So I don't know what good any of this insight is going to do anymore. I mean, I could share another 5 years worth of thoughts on all this shit, easy. But I don't know that it's going to do any good.